In a cozy little dumpster, there lived a timid mouse called Fay, and her caring brother. They made their home among the things that people threw away. To you it might sound like a pile of rubbish, but to these mice it was a humble abode. It was a place to call home. While her brother went out to find food, Fay stayed inside their dumpster home. She preferred the comfort and security it provided. She awaited her brother's return with apprehension. He was her protector, her provider, and she relied on him for survival. But one fateful day, as the sun rose, the world they knew turned upside down. The dumpster that had kept them safe was suddenly taken by a big truck. Fay felt scared as she held onto the edge, trying not to be swept away. Sadly, her brother was taken away from her, and now she was alone in a strange world. For the first time, Fay found herself outside the dumpster, surrounded by the busy city. The loud sounds of traffic and sirens overwhelmed her. Fear filled her small heart as she tried to understand this big and chaotic place. As Fay trembled, she noticed a beautiful bird flying gracefully in the sky, a sparrow with its wings spread wide. Fay felt even more frightened as she tried to understand this new and strange creature. She had never seen anything like it before, and she had so many questions about what it wanted. The sparrow, sensing Fay's trepidation, approached her slowly. The sparrow spoke in calming words, telling Fay that it meant no harm. It shared stories about its own exciting journeys, describing the big world outside the mouse's little home. Fay listened attentively, her eyes wide with curiosity and amazement. The sparrow revealed that her brother had been taken away by a truck that collects rubbish from the humans, but admitted that it did not know where it went. The little mouse was distraught. She couldn't imagine her brother being all alone and in danger, but something inside her changed. She became determined and strong. She knew it wouldn't be easy, but her love for her brother and the hope of finding him kept her going. As they went on their journey, Fay and the sparrow became good friends. With the sparrow by her side, Fay went outside her comfort zone, exploring the world outside the dumpster that had been her shelter for so long. Little by little, she overcame her initial fears and faced the city with newfound courage. In their search for Fay's brother, they asked many questions and looked for clues. They watched the waste collection vehicles closely, noting where they went. They also talked to other animals in the city, like squirrels and cats. Each new encounter gave them more knowledge and brought them closer to their goal. A big breakthrough happened when they met an old alley cat who knew many things. This wise cat shared important information with the mouse and the sparrow. It revealed that the waste collection vehicles often went to a big place where everything was processed, and that no one who entered ever came out. This revelation changed everything. Fay and the sparrow now understood that finding the waste processing facility was crucial for finding Fay's lost brother. But it also meant facing great dangers. They would have to be quick and careful. Undeterred by the risks, Fay and the sparrow kept going. They walked through the busy streets, navigating through the crowded people and twisting paths of the city. With every step, they got nearer to their destination, but the obstacles became harder to overcome. They came across treacherous paths filled with construction sites and obstacles. They had to be careful and watch their steps to avoid getting hurt. The words of the wise old alley cat stayed with Faye, reminding her of the dangers they might encounter and the importance of their mission. Yet, as they continued their journey, Faye couldn't help but feel a growing sense of uncertainty. The challenges they encountered along the way, the busy streets, and the treacherous paths through construction sites all intensified her doubts. She wondered if they were truly prepared for the risks and dangers that lay ahead. Sensing this, the sparrow decided to reveal its own poignant tale of loss. It spoke of a heartbreaking incident when its partner was taken away by a hawk's sudden attack. It shared how it still held on to hope, refusing to give up on finding its lost companion. Faye listened carefully, hanging on every word of the sparrow's story. The tale of enduring love reminded her that even when things are difficult, there is always a reason to keep going. It sparked a tiny flame of hope in the mouse's heart, giving her the strength to face the challenges that lay ahead. After following the clues and information they collected, the mouse and the sparrow finally arrived at their destination. At the end of a long street, they saw a tall and imposing building, the waste disposal plant. Its walls were made of concrete, and the entrance was guarded by heavy gates. With nervous excitement, they approached the plant, taking small steps until they were standing right in front of the gates. Faye and the sparrow looked at each other briefly, realizing the importance of the moment. They both understood that there was no going back from here. The mouse felt her heart racing in her small body. Sensing her fear, the sparrow gently put a wing around her, giving comfort and reminding her that they were united. With determination, they pushed the heavy gates open and bravely stepped into the unknown. When they entered, the mouse and the sparrow were met with a maze of machinery, conveyor belts, and towering piles of rubbish. The air was heavy with the smell of waste, and the sound of clanging metal and gears filled their ears. It was a confusing and intense place, but their strong desire to find the brother gave them the courage to keep going. They moved carefully and quickly through the confusing paths and objects. The little mouse felt her heart beat faster and faster as she checked each pile of rubbish. The sparrow flew ahead, using its keen vision to look for any signs that could lead them to the missing brother. As they explored further, their determination finally paid off. Among the piles of rubbish, Faye noticed a familiar figure, scared and bruised, yet unmistakably her brother. Faye hurried towards him. She hugged him tightly, holding him close and speaking gentle words to calm him down. It was a moment of pure joy and relief. The sparrow perched nearby and watched contentedly as the two siblings united. Then silently it spread its wings and took flight. Its quest was not yet over.